आराम थी 100%. हाँ हाँ. यस यस यस. कई इशू. यस यस यस. ना नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. डायरेक्टली जाए डायरेक्टली. नो. इट इज द सेविंग्स. करेक्ट करेक्ट. हाँ बराबर. यस 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 100%. 100%. ठीक है. डन. हाँ ये बता रहे सेफ ऑप्शन. हाँ सेशन में बराबर. ओके चलो. हाँ. So friends, when we talk of gold is basically what we say is India imports 25,000 tons of gold also. So gold and oil, friends, these two are the most important things as far as current account deficit is concerned. So always remember that if current account deficit keeps on rising, then it is said that balance of payment has become weak. So this particular point we have to keep it in mind. Next important aspect is fiscal deficit. See, fiscal deficit means the difference between government's income and government's expenditure. That is typically called as fiscal deficit. So always remember that foreign investors gives lot of importance to fiscal deficits. Foreign investors gives lot of importance to fiscal deficit, and that is why, as far as fiscal deficit is concerned, currently in this budget, our fiscal deficit has come to 9.5%. Now, obviously, it is on the higher side, but that was due to coronavirus pandemic. The fiscal deficit has come on the higher side, correct? So that point we have to keep it in mind. Apart from this, if you see next year, government has projected a fiscal deficit of 6.8%. Now here, if we take a clue, then government's income is the taxes paid by people and the companies, correct? And government's expenditure is what government spends on social issue, health, defense, and other things. So these points we have to friends keep it in mind. So higher the fiscal deficit means it is seen as inefficient use of public money. That point we have to keep it in mind. If we talk of index of industrial production, IIP data, friends, then even that is something very vital. See, IIP data shows demand in the manufacturing segment. So that is typically called as IIP data, correct? Now, currently, this index is also unfortunately down at minus 1.9%. That means industrial activity will pick up, but it has not picked up that much. In April 2020, IIP was minus 57%, and then it became positive to 3.63%, and again it went to 1.9%. So this particular point we have to keep it in mind as far as economic analysis is concerned, friends. So index of industrial production, when it goes up, we say that there is demand in the manufacturing segment. So that point particular is very important and very critical. Importance of economic analysis. See, if we talk of importance of economic analysis, always remember that as far as economic analysis is concerned, friends, then unless economy is in good shape, we cannot get foreign capital, and unless foreign capital comes in, we won't be able to deploy our labor. So that particular point we have to keep it in mind. So that is why economic analysis is very important. If we talk of banking sector analysis, now we will come to industry analysis. See, economic analysis is important because if economy is good, then foreign capital comes in, and when foreign capital comes in, markets basically go up. Second is industry analysis. See, if we talk of industry analysis, then in that case, always remember that banking sector plays a vital role as far as industry analysis is concerned. In 2012, if you see, the gross NPA were at 1.86 lakh crore. 2012, 2016, basically the gross NPA went to 4 lakh crore rupees, and 2020 it is at 9 lakh crore. See, primarily NPA refers to loan taken by the companies but not repaid by them. So that is a major issue. So please understand that as far as banking sector is concerned, see, today it is relatively in a better state because government came out with banking insolvency code, and they formed a company, the department called as NCLT, National Company Law Tribunal, who has been given absolute power to liquidate the assets of defaulting companies if they are not repaying their loans. So with the help of that, NPAs are reducing. So banking stocks can become a vital part of your portfolio, friends. See, banks are the backbone of any financial system, correct? Banks are the backbone of any financial system. So that particular point we have to keep it in mind. Government always tries out to sort the banking system, and that is why banks are very vital. So in the long term, banks will be able to generate good amount of money. So this particular point will be there, and banking stock should always be there as a part of your portfolio. if we talk of IT sector, see, as far as Indian IT sector is concerned, friends, 80% revenue comes from US dollar. 80% of the revenue comes from US dollar, and they have basically zero debt. Primarily, they don't have any debt. All are zero debt companies with strong cash flows. So this is something we have to keep it in mind. Always remember that as far as Donald Trump was there, he had created a lot of issues related to H1B visa and other things. Now those things are totally sorted out. Correct. As far as Biden has come, things look quite positive for Indian IT firms. So things look quite positive. So that is why now H1B visa is no longer a challenge, and that is why you will find that our IT firms, IT stocks are doing very well, especially Infosys, TCS, and Wipro. These three stocks are relatively doing well. So that particular point we have to keep it in mind. Then if we come to the company analysis part, see, always remember, friends, once you identified economy, that economy is doing well, you identified the sectors, okay, these two sectors should be there in your portfolio, then you come to the company analysis part. Correct. What is this company analysis part? If we take, see, the first important point is gross profit. See, basically, what is gross profit? It is nothing but total sales. Always remember that if the total sales is rising, total revenue is rising, that means the product is doing well and the company will be safe. If basically gross profit is not rising, that means either the product is wrong or there is some problem. We are targeting a wrong market. So that particular point we have to keep it in mind. So gross profit always has to go up. For example, if you see Tata Nano, see, as far as Tata Nano is concerned, why I have taken this example, the car could not be sold only, and as a result, no revenue took place. So that particular point we have to remember, friends. Gross profit is something very vital that has to go up. Second is net profit. See, if we talk of net profit, friends, if we talk of net profit, unless net profit rises, FIIs and mutual funds will not buy the stock. And if they don't buy the stock physically, then in that case, primarily what will happen if FIIs and mutual funds don't buy the stock, then in that case, what we can see is that the stock price will not rise. So that is why FII and mutual funds, their buying stock is very vital for a particular company share to rise. That is the most important thing, friends. So always remember, when you buy a company share or when you decide to buy, always see the gross profit and the net profit. That is something very critical, very important. Third, if we talk of operating profit, friends, as far as operating profit is concerned, see, always remember, this is the cash flow which comes out of the business activity. So that is something very vital. Correct. This is the cash flow. If the operating profit is positive, that means company will do well. That is something very vital, very important. Correct. Companies will do well. So that is typically called as operating profit. Whenever operating profit is positive, that means business is able to generate cash flow. That is something very vital. Then only it is considered worth doing the business. If operating profits are negative, then no longer it is considered as an ideal thing. Then what comes is earnings per share. So always remember, earnings per share is something very important. See, as far as earnings per share is concerned, if EPS is not rising, then FIIs and mutual funds will not buy the share. So that is also equally important. So that is why EPS has to rise, and EPS means net profit divided by total number of shares. So this particular point is very important, that EPS of the firm has to rise. If we talk of PE ratio, price earning ratio, friends, PE ratio is again a valuation ratio, and valuation is an art, not a science. So that particular point we have to keep it in mind. Valuation is an art, not a science. So if in valuation, remember two things, friends. There is a lot of misconception. First, lower P is good. Second, higher P is bad. Actually, it is nothing like lower P, higher P. Both are vital at their own places. So as far as basically it depends on the sector's potential. See, as far as PE ratio is considered, if sectors like IT, media, telecom, private sector banks, biotechnology, they typically tend to have a higher PE ratio because growth is more. Correct. On the other hand, steel, cement, aluminium, they all typically tend to have a lower PE ratio because the growth in these sectors is low and it is more or less cyclical in nature. So this particular point we have to keep it in mind. So lower P and higher P are very vital, very critical. Correct. Lower P basically means that valuations is less, higher P means valuation is more, but that depends on the growth factor. So growth factor is something very vital, very important. Then comes debt equity ratio. Always remember, friends, as far as debt equity ratio is concerned, that is something very important, because the more a company has debt capital, the more trouble it will face. So that is typically called as debt capital. The more loans a company takes, the more will be the problem. For example, if you see, Kingfisher took 7,000 crore rupees of loan, it could not pay back. DLF took 22,000 crore rupees of loan, the stock is in difficult times. Reliance Communication 500 rupees stock, today available less than 1 rupee. Why? Because it took a loan of 39,000 crore. Bharti Airtel, if you take, it has taken a loan of 66,000 crore. After 6 quarters, it has now come in profit. So please understand that whenever you buy a company, the company should be a zero debt company or near to zero company. That is something very vital, very important, because if the debt equity ratio is on the higher side, company will be financially in difficult time, because it will have to pay. If the company has to pay more amount of loan capital, then that basically will create a lot of issues, because if you have to pay more loan, obviously you will be in difficult times. So always remember to buy a firm where debt equity ratio is on the lower side. Then we come to dividend payout ratio. See, as far as dividend payout ratio is concerned, higher the ratio, the better it is. That means any company who is regularly paying dividend is fundamentally very sound. Correct. Then liquidity ratio, friends, again very very vital, because in liquidity ratio, always remember that it shows current asset upon current liabilities. If the firm has sufficient amount of liquidity, then obviously what happens is the firm is able to pay well. So that particular point we have to keep it in mind. So liquidity ratio is again something very critical and very important. So that point always remember, higher the ratio, the better it is. Correct. Higher the ratio, the better it is. So that point we have to, friends, understand as far as liquidity ratio is concerned. Finally, order book and corporate governance. See, order book means the total amount of work that the company is having. Higher the order book, that means more future cash flow will come in. So that is typically called as an order book. Correct. Order book means more amount of future cash flow. So that point you have to keep it in mind. Always remember, as far as order book is concerned, that is something very important, very vital. If the order book is more and the company is able to do well, then obviously that will really help company to get stabilized and have a better future for itself, because it will generate more amount of cash flow. Second is corporate governance. Last point is corporate governance, friends. See, corporate governance means the honesty with which management works. Always remember, a company which has a good people at the top will always perform well. So corporate governance is something very vital, very important. Always remember that why we trust Narayan Murthy, why we trust Infosys, because of Narayan Murthy. So that particular point we have to keep it in mind. So that is why corporate governance is considered as an important factor, friends. Always remember, as far as fundamental analysis is concerned, it is used for long-term investing. Always remember, it is used for long-term investing, and alone stock analysis is not useful. So one needs to analyze economy, then industry, and then company. So this will ensure that overall the stock market gives you good returns. So that is why fundamental has to involve all the three activities. Now, friends, we can go for a question answer session also. So don't hesitate in asking any question which comes to your mind. What is penny stock? Is it good to trade? No, Vishesh. See, penny stocks basically means those stocks which are say one rupee, 25 paisa, 30 paisa. These are all those companies which basically are totally loss making. Their balance sheets are weak, and at any point of time, they basically can be suspended or delisted from the stock exchange. So definitely, you should not trade in any penny stock, correct? Because the risk involved is very high, and if the stocks gets delisted or something happens, then your entire money goes into drain. So that particular point you have to keep it in mind. So that is why it is not at all advisable to trade in penny stocks. Okay. Then basically, sir, can you elaborate liquidity ratio in detail? See, Lalita, liquidity ratio means current asset upon current liability. Liquidity means what? The company's ability to pay its short-term payment obligation like salary, stationery expense, electricity bill, rent. These are all every monthly expenses. So does the firm have enough amount of liquidity to pay? So that is typically called as liquidity ratio. Liquidity ratio typically is 2:1. That means for every 1 rupee of payable, 2 rupees should be receivable, correct? So that is why liquidity ratio a 2:1 is considered as an ideal ratio. Always remember, higher the liquidity ratio, the more better it is. One should have more amount of liquidity ratio, so that will help the company to grow well. So that is typically called as a liquidity ratio. It shows good amount of liquidity with the company. Yes, Devanshi, you can find all the ratios very easily. Basically, you can go to screener.in. Screener.in, that's a very good website. You can basically go, or you can go with even moneycontrol.com. These are two excellent websites where you can go and you can basically do these things. See, Arpita, fundamental analysis. The whole basic concept of fundamental analysis is to identify good companies for investments which are fundamentally sound. When we say fundamental means their gross profit, net profit are strong, cash flows are good. So those kind of things are typically called as fundamental analysis. So this particular point we have to keep it in mind. So always remember that fundamental analysis involves three kinds of things. Economic analysis over economy has to be good. Economic analysis, industry analysis, and company analysis. These three things are something very vital and very important, and that is why fundamental analysis are called what we can say an important aspect to deal with. So fundamental is very important from the investment perspective. It gives you long-term investment option. Please understand the difference between fundamental and technical is basically technical analysis is for trading purpose, fundamental is for investing purpose. So that is why when you are investing for long term, fundamental analysis is very useful and vital. How much percent fundamental analysis helps to determine the stock? See, basically fundamental analysis is very vital, friends. If you see Warren Buffett, see Warren Buffett has done long term investment based on fundamentals, correct? If you do fundamental analysis in the long term, you will be able to generate very good amount of wealth. If you do technical analysis, it is primarily related to what we can say, it is primarily related to trading and other things. So fundamental is very important as far as long term investment aspect is concerned. So that particular point we have to keep it in mind, Siddhi. Plus, not only this, see today the world economy is totally integrated. So today, if you see why markets are rising today, because US is printing money. So unless you do economic analysis, industry analysis, you just cannot sit only on stock analysis. So that particular point also you have to keep it in mind. So that is why fundamental analysis is very useful and vital thing in order to identify the stocks for investment. Inflation and interest rate, correct? See, inflation and interest rate are very important, friends. See, inflation means what? Cost of living goes up, correct? That is typically called as inflation, जिसको हम हिंदी में महंगाई कहते हैं, friends. So if inflation goes up, then RBI increases interest rate, that is the repo rate will go up. Now what will happen is when inflation rises, RBI will increase interest rate. So when interest rate goes up in the economy, the overall demand and consumption in the economy will go down. Why? Because your EMI becomes more costly. So if your EMI is more, then you will not take a housing loan, you will not take a car loan, you will not take other capital goods loan, and as a result obviously you will be in difficult situation because economy will slow down, friends. So that is why inflation and interest rate are considered very important. Always remember, interest rate has an inverse relationship with GDP. Inflation has an inverse relationship with GDP. That particular point you have to keep it in mind. What is industry analysis? See, Arpita, industry means what? Group of companies make an industry. See, unless the overall industry is doing well, you cannot identify a company which is doing well. So that is typically called as industry analysis. See, as far as industry is concerned, it is very, very important that ultimately you identify industries which are in the growth phase, correct, which are in the growth phase. You have to identify those kind of industries. So that is why industry analysis is something very important and vital as far as industry analysis is concerned. Always remember, in the long term, if you do industry analysis, you will come to know which industry is performing well. For example, if you see IT industry, obviously it will do very well because during coronavirus pandemic, whatever work has been able to do across the world, it is only because of information technology. So obviously IT industry will be in limelight. Then second, if you take, is basically insurance industry and pharmaceutical is considered as one of the topmost industries that is going to do well, because in pharmaceutical industry what will happen is that we will be able to generate good amount of money over a period of time, because today healthcare has become the vital aspect. See, health is wealth. If you are well, you will be able to do things. If you are not well, you cannot do anything. So that particular point is something very vital. So that is why industry analysis, if you don't do, you will not come to know which industry is likely to perform. And unless you know which industry is likely to perform, obviously things won't be in a better position. See, Devashish, EBITDA margin. See, it is earnings before interest, depreciation, and taxation. It is the gross earning. So from gross earning, you have to remove basically interest component, which is loan is there, depreciation you will remove, and other charges you remove, and then what you get is net profit. So obviously, as I told you, that unless your gross profit goes up, unless your sales revenue go up, the company won't be in a position to perform on a longer duration. So that is why that particular point is very critical, very important. See, basically, Abhishek, for a beginner, now see, there are two ways. You can directly also invest in stock market. You can select BSE Sensex companies. So BSE Sensex companies are the most important companies which you can select them. So BSE Sensex stocks are something good stocks. All the 30 top stocks of BSE, you can basically see, invest in any one of them. So top 30 companies of BSE Sensex can be selected for investment. If you feel that this is not that comfortable, then you can always go with something known as a mutual fund SIP, correct? So mutual fund SIP is also considered as a vital aspect. So that is typically called as mutual fund SIP. So either of the way you can select, either you can go with a mutual fund SIP or you can go with basically BSC as a whole. Friends, I have posted the attendance link in the chat box. Please fill that link and then exit. Don't exit without filling the attendance link. It is compulsory, friends. We need this attendance link data. So please do not exit without filling it up. Keep that particular point in mind. Please fill the attendance link which has been posted in the chat box. Please do that. Sir, how to choose any broker, or can you suggest any broker? See, Rakesh, always go with any broker who guides you well. See, today knowledge and research is the main thing. So if you basically any broker you can select who guides you well, who gives you knowledge and support. That is most important, friends. Rather than selecting a broker who basically talks of freebies and other things. Correct. In the long term, always remember, if you have knowledge, you will be able to survive well. So keep that particular point in mind. See, how is economic analysis useful? So always remember, as far as economic analysis is concerned, please understand, unless economy is well, foreign capital will not come in. And if foreign capital doesn't come in, stock markets will not go up. So that is why economic analysis is very vital. Always remember that in the long term, if economy is doing well, then only stock markets will perform. So economic analysis is very, very critical and vital. That particular point we have to keep it in mind. So that is why economic analysis is considered very useful. See, basically, Ritu, for fundamental analysis, na, you need to read lot of things. See, you need to know what overall economy, whether it is doing well, what is happening at the global level. Then at the same time, suppose you identify, say, Reliance Industries you want to buy. So you will have to read news about that particular industry, correct? You will have to read the news about the particular industry, particular company, what is the company doing. Say, for example, Reliance has come with Geo Plan, then Reliance's retail is also developing. So obviously that company is going to do well in the long term. So these are the kind of things which you need to keep it in mind, correct? Financial modeling and valuation will definitely help, but for that you need to do proper course on financial modeling and valuation. And also at the same time, your self reading is very important. See, as far as equity markets are concerned, na, you have to read a lot. If you read a lot, you will definitely shine out. So please keep that particular point in mind. See, Sensex Siddhi is determined based on the overall movement of top 30 companies, correct? See, top 30 companies make the basically make the BSE index, correct? Top 30 companies make the BSE Sensex. So obviously, when you are investing in BSE Sensex, correct? Top 30 companies togetherly make that particular index, and each company has been given a weightage. The weightage is based on market capitalization. So that particular point you have to keep it in mind. So this is something you need to very well understand and do it well. Friends, please fill this attendance link which has been posted in the chat box. Without that, don't exit. Please fill this attendance link, friends. Again, I have posted in the chat box for the benefit of all. Please fill this link. Unless you fill this link, it is difficult. Kindly fill this attendance link and do it. See, Ritu, as a beginner of stock market, now, rather than reading book, I would always suggest you read Economic Times. That is something very important. If you read Economic Times well, yes, then that will really help you to make progress over a duration. Yes, basically, see, as far as Ritu, what I would suggest now, MBA Finance is a very important degree which you should do if you want to really make a long-term career in finance. See, for the simple reason, when you do MBA Finance will cover all the topics: stock market, mutual fund, derivatives, commodities. There are proper papers on that, so you get complete knowledge about basically MBA Finance. So that is definitely something which you can always try it out, and you can make a successful career out of that. For that, you should appear in CAT exam also. So CAT is basically common admission test, correct? That happens in the month of November. So basically, if you appear in that exam in the month of November, and if you are able to crack it well, definitely that's a huge successful thing for you. So try to do this particular thing. That is very important. See, Harshal, basically, to be very frank, now what happens is India has progress. There is no doubt in that. But the problem is that what happens is in our economy, no, the inequality is very high. Correct? Is inequality is very high, and that is basically causing difficulty. Correct? So this particular point we have to keep it in mind. Inequality is something which we need to basically help you and support. So if you are able to India will grow. See, if you see last 25 years, our average GDP growth has been 7.5% as compared to average growth rate. Our average GDP growth was 7.5 as compared to, if you see the average growth rate of the world, which is 2.5 to 3%. So this particular thing which we need to keep it in mind. Always remember, friends, that as far as India is concerned, we have always outperformed the world economy by a sizable margin. But even then, what happens is one needs to be cautious about this particular thing. Our economy will grow well provided we are able to create jobs. See, job creation is something very, very important we need to do. See, every year more than 1 crore students pass out and they join the job market. Correct, more than 1 crore students. But typically what happened is that do we have so many jobs? Unfortunately, no. That is where the whole problem is coming. See, if we cannot create jobs for our people now, then that becomes a major issue, friends. So that is something very, very vital. See, see, Ritu, basically FRM and CFA. See, to be very frank, now what if 1 minute, one another word. Trend analysis in upcoming session. See, Rakesh, trend analysis and all those things is a part of technical analysis, which is related to trading and other things. I'll briefly touch upon those topics. So difference between FRM and CFA. See, primarily Ritu, what I feel FRM, CFA, see, these are not time-bound courses. That means it depends upon when you are able to clear those courses. So if you are unable to clear it, then definitely that creates a major issue. So it is always better that primarily you try to do courses, primarily you try to do courses which are time bound in nature. For example, MBA Finance. So MBA Finance is something which you always need to focus on. That is a more passionate and a more systematic course to be approached upon rather than this thing, FRM or CFA. Finally, see what is derivatives. See, derivatives is basically something. Derivatives market is market which is basically what I can say purely connected. How can we reduce the risk of investing in mutual funds? See, Bhavika, as such, there is no risk in mutual funds. Please understand, mutual funds invest in 50 to 60 companies, so automatically the risk is less. Correct. The only risk in mutual funds is basically that if the overall market goes down. Now, still, if you want to play safe, what you should ideally do is that when you invest in mutual funds, now do one SIP in equity diversified fund. Correct. See, one SIP try to do in equity diversified fund, one SIP try to do in sector fund, and one try to do in index fund. See, these are the three funds in which you can invest, and basically you can have a diversified portfolio. See, index always rises in the future, so that is why index funds are very important. Sector funds will give you high growth rate. It involves high amount of risk and return, but it will definitely give you good amount of growth also. So sector funds can be used there, and equity diversified are long-term equity funds, so that will also help you to grow. So these three things are very vital and important. Ritu, basically you can go to BSc Training Institute website, BSc Training Institute, and basically they offer variety of courses, including MBA course also. So you can go to their website. There are board line numbers available. You can call them and basically discuss it out with them. Yes, friends. Any other questions, or shall we call it a day? Please fill this attendance link. Don't exit without filling the attendance link. Please understand that. Okay, friends, then thank you very much for your patient listening. Tomorrow again, we will meet at 10:30. Okay, thanks a lot. Thank you everyone, friends, for patient listening.
Thank you, sir.
Ritu, this career for stock market is definitely good for women. Please understand that as far as females are concerned, they have a very good opportunity because you can tap the entire market of housewives. See, we have 49% population females in India. So obviously, it's a very good opportunity. Only thing is that first you need to share knowledge with them. If you share knowledge with them, they will definitely invest through you. So that will help you to grow well. So that particular point, keep it in mind. Friends, once again, the attendance link has been posted. Please fill it up and then exit. Please fill the attendance link. Okay, friends. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot for patient listening. Thank you.